No, seriously, because now everything he has is leaning forward. And if you step out from under that, you see where he put himself? Say what? And now, look where that puts him. Exactly. He can't do anything because he is actually sold out to holding you in there. He gave everything away, balance, control, everything. He gave it away, hoping that you would submit to being against the ropes and fall flat. By using the angles, by using your footwork, you take that away. He doesn't have that option to be overly aggressive because you're on the ropes. Okay? That's the key to this. Now, one thing that I love to do here is never let him get that close to feel like he can pressure you. So if he's here, you fall, you got your back to the ropes, your jab is still way out here. All right? He shouldn't even feel comfortable pressuring you. That jab is still way out there. So he should be having to start from here. Now, what you can do when you're against the ropes here is shift out and throw your jab. Now, he's either going to stay still, and if he does, throw it and get out. You're off the ropes. You got it? Or he's going to see that movement. You're going to come over to that jab, and he's going to come down and cover you. Now, where do you go? There you go. You got it? So he has to react to it. No matter what you throw, he has to react to it. If he doesn't react to it, you're gone. If he does react to it and cut it off, then you just go back to the other side, just as aggressively. So when you step back to this side, you're firing that jab. He steps over and calls himself cutting you off. You're coming back under him, throwing that jab, and you're getting out the other way. Now, let's say you come here. You say you step over here, right? Boom, he cuts it off. You go down throwing that jab, right? Boom, and then he steps in aggressively inside here. Well, you come right back out the other side. He can only play one side at a time. It's impossible to cut off both sides. But what happens most often is we see the corner here. We go to throw this, and he's coming over, and he's cutting us off, and he's moving in, and we feel we got to come in here and freaking fight our way out. What you basically did was jumped out of the frying pan into the fire. And it is so common in the game that we teach fighters to fight off the ropes or out of the corner from this position. When what we need to teach them is don't get in this position. Okay? You don't have an advantage from this position. You're hoping that you can fight from behind. You're saying get a strong position here and make a push to fight from a disadvantage is what we're teaching. So we don't have to get there. We're here. I'm not ever going to go flat against this freaking thing. If I put one hip on it, then I will do that. If I got to make that position, I put one hip, that's it. I'm not going to go flat here. We do not do that. That's a disadvantage that you don't need. Now you got guys that'll tell you what you need to do is slide on the ropes. Now, you got your true boxer stance, and I'm here, and I'm against the ropes here. You hold that stance, I'm at a huge disadvantage. There's no hand I can reach you with that you can't reach me with that jab first. Okay? So now what happens is we're taught that there's things you can do here. Use the ropes. You got guys that'll teach you how to spring off the ropes and fight. Huh?
John Scheinman.
So you got guys that'll teach you how to spring off the ropes from here. You're actually still fighting from a disadvantage. I would rather be here. So now you have to deal with this. You can't keep me against the ropes from here. The same movement that I would have in the center of the ring, I have against the ropes. The movement that benefits me the most from the center of the ring, I can run here. Why would I give that away and square up on the ropes? You do all of this and learn the stance and learn the style and learn the effectiveness of it, and then you get against the ropes and you just hand it over. You just give it away by going blank. Now, have we seen guys fight off the ropes? Have we seen guys use it effectively? Yeah, we've seen that. I'm not saying that it will never happen. I'm saying, why fight from a disadvantage? Why give up the advantage of having the proper stance and the more effective stance and allowing yourself opportunities to be able to get back in and make a true stance here and fight? Don't give your opponent the confidence boost that he will get once he sees this. The first thing in his mind is, got him, right? We don't want him in that mindset. We don't want him exercising or living in that space. We want him on the edge the whole time. So even when I get against the ropes and he's saying I should have him, right? He's against the ropes. This should be an advantage for me. And he doesn't have that advantage. It has an adverse effect on his mentality in the game. The game is a lot more cerebral than people think. You got to outthink him. You got to freaking take his best weapon. His best weapon is between his ears. Okay? Make him question that. Make him not want to rely on that. Make him have to freaking think about other things as opposed to just being aggressive and coming at you. So when I get against the ropes, he should have an advantage. But when he doesn't have that advantage, now he's wondering, how did I let him off the ropes? How did that happen? Okay? Because I'm not going to sit in here, and if he falls in, like we've chosen the corner here, he falls in, pressures in, step out from under him. Make him have to question his style. Make him have to question what he's doing in here and how effective it is. But it really comes down to understanding what tools you brought with you and how effectively you're using them. That's a congruent theme through this whole thing. Sharpen your tools and bring them with you and use them to their fullest extent. If you fail to, and your opponent looks better than you do on that time, you don't give him credit for beating you. You don't give him credit for what he's doing. You take the blame for not being prepared. You take the blame for not applying it to the level that you should. That's the way this game is played. You bet on yourself. You understand? Bring your A game, bring your tools ready to go to work, and you apply them. You apply them and make your opponent have to fight over those. You don't give him any gifts. You don't give him any openings. You don't take any breaks. You make him have to fight. And you use your tools to the fullest extent. And you'll see how it works for you. You'll be glad you did it. Believe that.